Rebecca Miller had been cleaning offices for nearly 8 years now. At 42, with her blonde hair often pulled back in a practical ponytail and her light blue polo shirt neatly pressed, she took pride in her work. Every evening at 7, after tucking her 10-year-old daughter Emma into bed at her mother's house, she would drive to the gleaming office tower downtown. The building was always quiet at night, just the hum of computers left running, and the soft sound of her cleaning cart wheels on the polished floors. Rebecca preferred it this way. No one watching, no one judging. Just honest work that paid the bills, even if barely. She had special care for the executive floor, the CEO's office in particular. Mr. Robert Harrison was his name, though she'd only seen him once from a distance. A man in his late 40s, always in a dark suit, always seeming to carry the weight of 1,000 decisions. She'd heard the other cleaning staff whisper about him. Fair, but distant. Professional. A man who'd built his company from nothing. Rebecca understood building something from nothing. Every night, she dusted his massive mahogany desk, emptied his wastebasket, and made sure the windows sparkled with the city lights beyond. She was careful with his papers, never reading anything, just neatly straightening the stacks. It was in that careful attention that she first noticed the little pink note. It wasn't there when she started her shift. She was certain of that. The note was folded in half, sitting right in the center of his desk calendar. In a child's careful handwriting, it read, "Dear Mr. CEO, my mom cleans your office. She works really hard. She's the best mom in the world. Can you please give her a raise? She never buys anything for herself. Love, Emma." Rebecca's heart stopped. Her hands, still in their yellow cleaning gloves, began to tremble. Emma must have come with her grandmother to drop off her lunch last week. She must have slipped away when no one was looking. Oh, her sweet, thoughtful girl. Rebecca quickly folded the note and slipped it into her pocket. Her cheeks burned with embarrassment. What would Mr. Harrison think? That she'd put her daughter up to this? That she was trying to manipulate him? She finished cleaning quickly that night, her mind racing with worry. But the next evening, when she arrived at Mr. Harrison's office, there was an envelope on the desk. Her name was written on it in neat masculine handwriting. Inside, she found a short note. "Dear Mrs. Miller, I found your daughter's letter. She's right. You do excellent work. Please see me tomorrow at 6 p.m. before your shift begins. Robert Harrison." Rebecca barely slept that night. She'd be fired, surely. Companies had policies about this sort of thing. The next evening, she arrived at 5:45, wearing her cleanest polo shirt, her hair neatly brushed. Her hands were shaking as she knocked on the heavy office door. "Come in," a calm voice called. Robert Harrison stood by the window, looking out at the sunset, painting the city gold and pink. He turned, and Rebecca was struck by how tired his eyes looked. How human. "Mrs. Miller, please sit down." He gestured to one of the leather chairs across from his desk. "Mr. Harrison, I'm so sorry about the note. Emma didn't mean any—" He held up a gentle hand. "Please, let me speak first." Rebecca fell silent, twisting her hands in her lap. Robert sat down, and for a moment, he seemed to be choosing his words carefully. "I read your daughter's note 3 times. Then I called Human Resources. Do you know what I discovered?" Rebecca shook her head, afraid to speak. "I discovered that you've been with this company for 8 years, that you've never missed a shift, never filed a complaint, never asked for anything." He paused. "I also discovered that we haven't given you a raise in 5 years, that your wages barely keep pace with rent." He leaned forward, his voice softer now. "I built this company working nights, Mrs. Miller. My daughter was about your Emma's age then. She used to fall asleep on my office couch while I worked. I remember what it's like, trying to build a better life for your child." Rebecca's eyes filled with tears. She blinked them back, but one escaped down her cheek anyway. "I'm giving you that raise," Robert said, "a significant one. But I'm also offering you something else. We have a position opening in our facilities management department. Day shift, benefits, a real career path." He smiled gently. "Your daughter shouldn't have to worry about you." "You shouldn't have to work nights forever." Rebecca couldn't speak. The words caught in her throat, tangled with years of struggle and hope. "Thank you," she finally whispered. "Thank you." Robert stood and extended his hand. As she shook it, he said something she would never forget. "Your daughter sees your worth, Mrs. Miller. It's time we did too." 3 months later, Rebecca started her new position. She still saw Robert Harrison in the hallways sometimes. He always nodded, a small smile on his face. And once he stopped her. "How's Emma doing?" he asked. "She's wonderful. She wants to write you another letter, actually. To say thank you." Robert's smile widened. "Tell her I'd like that. And tell her that her first letter taught me something important, that we see people every day without really seeing them. She reminded me to look closer." Rebecca went home that evening and hugged her daughter for a long time. In this world of rushing and striving, it was a child's simple act of love that had changed everything. Sometimes kindness is loud, but more often it's quiet. It's a letter left on a desk, a moment of really seeing someone, a hand extended when someone needs lifting up. And that, Rebecca thought, is the kind of world worth building.